Hello and welcome to Dooley Deep Dive. My name is Amy Hertzenberg and I'm the Associate Director of Media at Dooley Social Studio. Today I want to talk through one of the most common questions I get from clients, and it's something every brand marketer has wondered. How much should we be spending on social media advertising? You've probably been there before where you're looking at your budget, feeling a little anxious or excited, and you're wondering if you're truly getting your money's worth. Are you spending too much on something that isn't working? Are you leaving money on the table by not spending enough? So the goal of this video is to help you move past the guesswork and find a clear data-driven framework for your social media investment. To answer the question of how much, we first need to reframe it. Instead of asking for a number, let's build a strategic framework based on 3 key pillars. The first thing you need to define is your objective. What are you actually trying to accomplish with your social advertising? This is a huge factor and it can completely change how you allocate your budget. Think about the typical marketing funnel. What are you focused on? For awareness, you're getting your brand's name out there to a broad audience, and it's all about impressions and reach. For consideration, you're driving high quality traffic to your website or getting people to engage with your content, and it's all about those clicks, video views, or engagements. For conversions, you're driving those direct actions like sales or leads or submissions. This is really about those bottom of funnel actions that are valuable to you. Awareness campaigns are the most cost-effective campaigns to run because the goal is simply to get them in front of people. And the further down the funnel you go, the more expensive it is to serve your ads and the more budget you might need. The second pillar is your audience. Is the audience you're trying to reach a large general group, or is it a narrow, more specific audience? A bigger audience is more affordable to reach compared to a smaller, more specific one. So the who you're trying to reach has a massive impact on your costs. Finally, you need to define what success looks like in measurable terms. A budget without a goal is just a number. So ask yourself these questions. First and foremost, if you need impressions, how many impressions do you need? Does 2 million impressions accomplish what you want, or do you need 200 million? If you're trying to drive conversions, how much revenue do you need to see in order for this campaign to be successful? A measurable goal is the key to helping you establish exactly what budget you'll need in order to spend and be successful. This chart is a super helpful way to visualize how these 3 pillars work together. It shows what costs could look like at each stage of the funnel and whether you're targeting a large versus more narrow audience. If you're trying to run an awareness campaign to a large audience, the cost to get in front of those people are going to be relatively small. This is like putting a billboard on a major highway. Lots of people are going to see it, and the cost per view is very low. But a conversion campaign to a niche audience is the most expensive scenario. You're trying to target a very specific group of people and convince them to take a very specific action. It's like sending personalized handwritten letters to a very select group of potential customers. It's much more labor intensive and has higher costs. Understanding this dynamic is the first step to building a smarter budget. So how do you put this into practice? We're going to walk through a 3-step simple process for building a smart social media budget. Step 1, start with your goal, not your budget. Don't start with, I have $5,000 to spend. Start with, I need to generate 200 leads. The goal dictates the budget and not the other way around. Step 2 is to use historical data or benchmarks. If you have data from past campaigns, look at your cost per lead or cost per acquisition. Let's say your cost per lead was $25 last month. With a goal of 200 leads, you can do some simple math. 200 leads times $25, a $5,000 budget for your conversion campaign is all you'll need. If you're a new brand or you don't have the historical data, research your industry benchmarks for your specific product or service. Step 3 is to allocate your budget across the funnel. Remember that $5,000 for conversion campaigns aren't the whole story. You need to fill the top of funnel to keep those conversions coming. Before jumping straight to conversions, ask yourself, do you have enough people who are ready to convert? You may need to allocate across the funnel in order to get a good start. Maybe allocate 20% to awareness to reach new broad audiences, or 30% to drive traffic and engagement to interested users, and the remaining budget to convert those ready to purchase consumers at your warmest audiences. But now let's talk about the most common mistakes that can derail even the smartest budget plan. Mistake number 1 is the set it and forget it mentality. Social media is not a static machine. You cannot set your budget and walk away. You need to constantly monitor performance and test new ad creative and adjust your audience targeting to get the best results. Mistake number 2 is not budgeting for creative. A great campaign needs great creative. Don't forget to budget for video production, graphic design, and copywriting. The ad copy and visuals are what make people stop scrolling, and they're just as important as ad spend itself. Mistake number 3 is judging your campaigns too soon. The social media platform algorithms need time to learn and optimize. So don't panic if you don't see results on day 1. For new campaigns, you might want to wait at least 7 to 14 days to make any drastic changes. Give the data time to tell its story. So let's recap. To find your social media spending sweet spot, you need to define 3 things: your objective, your audience, and your measurable goals. You need to define what success looks like in tangible numbers. So here at Dooley Social Studio, we don't just manage your budget. We work with you to build strategic frameworks that align with your specific business goals. We're not just buying ads, we're investing in your brand's growth by using data and expertise to make every dollar count. Thanks for watching, and make sure you keep an eye on your inbox for the next drop of the next Dooley Deep Dive, coming soon.